All right, so today we talked about inequalities. So we're going to pick up with that. So this is 1.3. A couple extra notes for you for today, okay? So the first example I want to do is negative 5x is less than negative 25. Okay? Just like with an equation, our goal is to get x by itself. So here, if it's not written, I know that there's multiplication. So to undo multiplication, I divide. Gives me x. If you divide or multiply both sides by a negative, you flip your sign. So because I divided by a negative, I'm going to flip my sign. And then here, negative 25 divided by negative 5 is positive 5. And then we talked about what that would look like graphically. So on a graph or on a number line, here's where 5 is. So that's 4 and 6. Or if there's not a line underneath, it's either one of these. You're going to use an open dot because it's not actually at that point. But if it could be equal to that point, you're going to use a closed dot. So here I want an open dot, and then less than is to the left. X is less than 5. This is where the values are less than 5. So that's example 1. Let's do another one, example 2. Let's do 16 is less than or equal to 4 times the quantity x plus 3. Okay, first of all, I have parentheses. So think back to our second lesson. If you have parentheses, the first thing you need to do is distribute. Distributing is just multiplying. So we're going to take 4 times x, which is 4x, and 4 times 3, which is 12. Bring everything else down. All right, so my first step was to distribute. Now, I want to get this x by itself. We're going to leave this piece alone and take care of the plus 12 first. So I'm going to subtract 12. Okay, which gives me 4 is less than or equal to 4x. Now we're down to that last step where I just need to divide to get x by itself. This is positive, so I do not need to flip my sign. Now, 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm done. This is my answer. But if I'm asked to graph that, I may want to write it with the x first. So this says x, and then this is pointing towards the 1. So I'm going to leave it pointing towards the 1. X is greater than or equal to 1. You can read that from here also. X is greater than or equal to 1. So to graph that, I'm going to draw a quick number line. Oh, hopefully you can draw a straight number line. Here's 1. So 0's over here, 2's over here. It's a closed dot because I have the or equal to part. It could actually be 1 itself, or it can be larger than that. So, or it can go this direction, and that's it. All right, pause that if you need more time to write this down. Otherwise, we're going to do one more example. Example 3. We're going to do a compound inequality. So I'm going to do negative 8 is less than or equal to negative 2x, which is less than or equal to 10. Okay? To solve this, I have 2 symbols. Okay? So whatever I do to one, I have to do the other 2. Okay, so looking here, I want x by itself. So ignore everything else for a second. Just look at this piece. If I want the x alone, these are touching my multiplication, I need to divide. But whatever I do here, just like when we have an equal sign, we can draw a line and say whatever we do on one side, we're going to do on the other. Well, now I have 2 dotted lines. Whatever I do in the middle, I'm going to do to both sides. So I'm going to divide this by negative 2, divide this by negative 2, which leaves me x. Because I divided by a negative, I have to flip both inequality signs. Make sure you flip them both, not just one. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is positive 4. And 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. So that's my final answer. 4 is greater than or equal to x, which is greater than or equal to negative 5. Or you can read this, x is between 4 and negative 5, including both endpoints because it has the or equal to part. That is my final answer. If I was asked to represent that on a graph, here's negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close dots on both ends because I have the equal sign underneath both. I have the or equal to part, and x is in the middle. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you need help.